You see this area right here? That's a huge dump you need to take. This is a story about how one man went to the ER and spent $10,000.
It's also a story about how it's not totally my fault.
Maybe it is.
Let's start with this. All right? Accidents happen. People get sick. People go to the doctor. I'm, man enough to admit that sometimes I need to go to the doctor.
He goes to the doctor a lot.
No, I don't.
You know those
Not
people?
compared to...
No. You know those men who are like so tough, they're like, I just got off my leg, but I'm never gonna go to the doctor. I got this. That is not my husband. My husband's more of a, I may have meningitis. I just coughed. This is serious. Maybe it's, I have this lump on my back. Is it cancer? No, honey, it's a zit. Okay? I love you, but that's what I love about you. Is like nothing is gonna go undiagnosed for long.
I mean, the internet has not helped me. When we were in New York, I thought I had spinal meningitis, and then I found out it was that I had a cold and I was headbanging at a Guns N' Roses cover band concert.
So one day, not so long ago, Penn comes to me with crippling abdominal pain.
Legitimately hurting. In fact, you could see it. Like it was like sort of alien-ish. And by the way, Kim, when I come up to her, she's like, oh, like, are you sure? Is this another one of those things where you have absolutely nothing wrong with you and you're gonna make me, I just got done making dinner. And no, but if my children come up and are like, Mommy, I stubbed my toe, she's like, get your purse, we're going to the hospital. So
no, but I pay more attention to them.
You do?
Because there's a track record, okay, of false alarms. So he comes to me and he's like, I'm in so much pain. I think I'm dying. Oh my gosh, I had to go. So I talk him off the ledge. I drive him as a selfless wife. I drive him to urgent care. So we get there and the doctor is kind of like poking and prodding and just like, he's howling, just like, howling in pain.
I feel like we saw this part differently. I was trying to keep it together and I was like breathing. Yes, I was trying to keep it together. The doctor at the urgent care looks at me, she goes, you are fully distended. We need to get you to the ER across the street, stat. Get a crash cart and plug in the electrolytes.
She did not say stat.
The electrodes, sorry.
She did not say stat. She never said stat.
I think she said, you need to double time it over to that hospital and get your electrodes.
I think what I heard her say is, we don't have like the scanning equipment here.
No, she told me I needed to go to the ER. She this is where your memory is not correct. She goes, you have a ruptured appendix. You're distended, crash cart, ER, electrodes, and electrolytes, and you need medical attention by a giant MRI machine. That's what she said.
Okay, so we go across the street. We go to the ER.
The diagnostic phase took 4 hours. And they put me in every possible machine. The doctor was like, well, we can't rule out anything. We need to rule out appendicitis. So first we're gonna take you in the MRI and we're gonna bombard you with electrolytes. And then we're gonna take you in for x-ray because we think it might be kidney stones. And like when they said kidney stones, I have heard some stories about kidney stones. So I was convinced that I had kidney stones.
Yes.
Right? I was like, oh!
He had dual, in his brain, he had dual appendicitis and kidney stones and possibly stomach cancer.
I did ask the doctor, I'm like, is it possible that I have both? And he was like, no, that's probably not the case.
That's not the case. So he was bombarded with all that our medical community has to offer. They were gonna find the source of his pain. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it took hours. Okay, the doctor walks in, and they're gonna pretend this is the x-ray sheet.
Oh good, okay.
Okay, the doctor walks in, and he kind of like hangs it up. And he's like, you see, okay, so here's your midsection, and here's your abdomen, and you see this area right here? That's a huge dump you need to take. Sir, you do not have kidney stones. You don't have appendicitis. Your appendix is not about to explode, but your bowels are.
It was so disappointing. So wait a minute. All right. No, Kim gets so excited. She's like, I have a zinger. So and by the way, one of our friends who is a hospital administrator was there. She's like, no, come, Lisa, get back in here. Lisa, get back in here. Okay, Dr. McGorgle, hang on a second. Tell me what you just said again. And Dr. McGorgle says the same thing. And he runs through the whole thing, and Kim goes, so what you mean is that my husband is full of crap. It was the greatest moment of my wife's life because she had this punchline and she heard it in her head and then she had to get everything perfect so that she could say it again.
I needed an audience. Yeah. And
of course they laughed. I did not laugh.
I know.
It was because I knew how expensive it was going to be. Like it was
We're still paying for this.
It's a really expensive dump that I had to take. But we had a doctor who told me to go to the ER. True. I was in super duper pain.
Yes.
And that doctor who admitted me, based on the symptoms, thought that I either had an appendicitis, which is serious, or kidney stones, which is serious.
And listen, constipation
is no laughing matter, people.
Except for this one. And I know it hurts. I know it hurts, but I feel like just with our history of maybe some false medical alarms, this one was particularly funny, and it was funny enough that I wanted to share it with you.
Thanks for watching. Have you ever had one of these? I bet you. I'll bet you.
Has anybody ever taken a $10,000 dump?
I'll bet you somebody has. In fact, give us your ridiculous ER bills and what actually happened, because I know I'm not the only one. I know.